Welcome to episode 5 of UNLV Rebuild. Quick recap on our season. We beat Sam Houston and UCLA, who both went 4-8. Beat Miami of Ohio, who went 5-7. We did drop a game to San Diego State, which was a horrible game. They went 7-5. Wyoming had a bad season. We beat them. We did beat Boise State, who's ranked number 14, and we will be playing again here shortly. They went 10-2. 4-8. New Mexico we beat. 7-5. Hawaii 8-4. So we played mostly teams with losing records. We already know we're planning on, just for the sake of the rebuild, moving to the Big 12 next season. If we can win the Mountain West here, would be awesome. We have no injuries going into this game, so we are at our full strength, and we are going to see if we can go and win the Mountain West. As far as our staff goes, we are going to fire our offensive coordinator. Our defensive coordinator is an elite recruiter, so we're actually going to attempt to extend him. And then we will work on picking up a new offensive coordinator in the following weeks. Get right into the Mountain West Championship here. We are the home team. We haven't done any custom uniforms this year just because, we did one time, and that's the one loss we had. We might mess with that a little bit next season, but this year we're just kind of leave our classic home and aways. See our band out there with the UNLV. Team walking out of the tunnel. Usually I skip all of this, but for the championship game, we'll get a little bit of an intro. It's our quarterback, Colindrea, there. Taking the field here in Allegiant Stadium. Pretty much a home game for us. Idaho's not too far away from Las Vegas, but we should have an advantage with the crowd for sure. Boise State got the ball first. They had a long drive. There's only over half the quarter, and they did get 3. We're going to hit Gums on our first play of the drive for a 10-yard reception and first down. Colindrea is at full health, as is Jaden Thomas. Pick up a 4 there on the run. Gonna flip it out to Gums here in the flat. Just not quite fast enough. It's still a great pickup, great run, but that could have been a touchdown the way we had a receiver out as a lead blocker, but just couldn't quite get out there. This is an interesting defensive formation. We're trying to get the ball to the outside. Get a good block by Earl. Safety was coming from that side. If he could have gotten on the outside, maybe it would have worked a little bit better. But nonetheless, first down rush there from Thomas. Block shed off our left tackle. I'm going to go back to the run game, see if we can pick up a little bit of extra. And we will get a first down. Good run from Thomas. Good juke. Get an extra 5 yards. Gets us to this 2-yard line. We're just going to keep the ball here on the ground. First and goal from the 2-yard line. 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and that play's blown up. Going to go 5 wide here. Try and spread the defense out. Make a read. Going to hit Bradley coming across. That'll be a touchdown. 6 for 6. And that will give us a 6-0 lead, barring the extra point. Boise State drives down and gets a touchdown of their own. We are now into the second quarter. Good stiff arm from Thomas. Gain of 7. Just going to stay on the ground with Colindrea. Get out of bounds, avoid the contact, pick up a first down. Lions might be wide open here. Watch what that safety does. Gums comes back to the ball, makes a great catch, 2nd and inches. Lions just couldn't quite get away from the corner there on the outside. Going to squeeze forward and get a first down on the ground. Minimum, we're looking for a tie game here. Get the ball to Bradley. Give me a great run after catch there. He's really good at those, just kind of climbing underneath, finding that little lane across the field in the zone. Thomas is going to fight through and make that a gain of 3. Probably should have been a loss of yards on the play. We're going to throw an interception. Just trying to force the ball to Gums there. We made a bad decision on that last play. It must have been a pretty bad punt from Boise State. And try a little screen pass. Hits off his helmet. It's the worst thing about screen passes with these guys is for some reason they just don't get open. We don't block. I'm not sure what's happening. We are going to try another one to the short side of the field. Hopefully just to get us a little bit better field position for a field goal. We can maybe get to the first down, which we cannot. Coach does want us to go for it here. We are going to get Thomas out of the game if we do get the first down, which we can't. Sheds right off our guard. Awful blocking. And we are now down 10 in the second quarter. So we are going to need to start playing a little bit better. Wide open in the middle for Bradley. He's found a little hole in the zone. We're going to run a little bit of hurry up. They'll let us. We're going to run the exact same play. Gums is going to be the benefactor of that one. 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 here. Floated the pass up. Somehow Lyons comes down with it. It was just a jump ball. Amazing catch by him for all the drops that he's had. He just really came back to it, got in position, high pointed the ball, and made the catch. So I thought we were going to be able to lead him to the sideline a little bit more. That didn't happen. Throw on the run. So that's overall a pretty amazing play. Try to run up the middle with Lee. Really nothing to be had there. We're actually going to go pick our own play here. We're going to do our quarterback blast and just see if we can't get an extra block from Lee to spring us loose. 2-minute timeout here in the second quarter. We are trailing by 10. Andrea fights down to the 2. And we're just going to run that exact same play again. Spread the defense out. Let Lee get in there and throw an extra block. And Caladrea is going to fight through and get a touchdown. Should bring us within a field goal. 1st and 10 here, deep in our own territory. A minute left in this first half. I'm just going to really... I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get points on this drive. I'm going to call a timeout. Biggest thing to avoid, obviously, is a turnover. We also don't want to give Boise State the ball back with any sort of decent field position. Bradley there. 3rd and inches, which is unfortunate. So we're on that same mesh play. Get Bradley again, try and get out of bounds, which we do. 30 seconds left. Try and put this safety in some conflict. Just gonna have to take off and run, try and get to the first down. We're gonna hurry up here. 12 seconds left. Throw it away. 1 second left. Might just take a knee. It's gonna spread out here. Lyons isn't even on the field, so might just be a waste of a play. Just gonna run the ball, get out of bounds with Calandrea, go to halftime down 3. We do get the ball to start the second half. I'd like to ideally take a lead going into after this drive. Keep Lee in the game. Not sure what the flag's on there. We'll be on the defense, so that'll be a first down. I think that may even be the second offsides penalty against Boise State that we have declined. Elk is going to get the ball on a little out route. Good route by him. Gives us a first down. We'll go back to Lee in the run game. Really just trying to keep a balanced attack here. Good spin off to avoid the loss. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Our offensive line is really bad. I have a couple decent freshman options, it looks like. But hopefully we can pick up some guys in the portal as well. Gonna try and pick up the first here on the ground. Lee's gonna squeak through and get a gain of 5. They really crashed down hard on that left side. A little mesh play here. Bradley didn't quite get back to the ball, and the corner just jumped the pass. He should have been open, he just didn't come back to the ball well enough. We do force another punt. Unfortunately, it puts us in not the greatest field position, especially after we just drove all the way down the field. Try to get the ball to Elk going on the outside. That's a 5-yard gain for him. A little play action here. Get the ball to Lions coming back to the middle, but he dropped it. 3rd and 5. Really need to get the first down here. Bradley needs to fight forward. That little juggle at the end cost us. We get an interception to keep us very well in this game. Try and get a run back up the middle. Gain of 4 for Lee. At this point, it almost feels like Thomas is our first half running back and Lee is our second half running back, the way the injuries have been going. 3rd and 2. Try and pick this one up on the ground. Blocking holds up just barely well enough to get the first down. Couldn't find anything open there. Take a sack, 2nd and 17. Had him breaking out. Just once again, plays that are taking way too long to develop. Might just float one up to Lions here, almost as an arm punt. Can't even get it out. Was in double coverage regardless, so it wouldn't have mattered. Our defense holds up again. We're still only down by 3. We are into the 4th quarter, so we need to start figuring it out for sure. Good run by Lee up the middle. Get the ball out to Lee on a screen pass. Good pickup of 10 for another first down. And that's just really what we want, an extended drive that's productive and ends in points, which that run was not. Wide open for Earl. Gain of about 15. They didn't even have him covered. Another pass play here. Hit Lee coming up the middle. Doesn't hold on to the ball. Wasn't perfectly wide open, but I thought he had a chance. He is a running back, so he's not really expected to make every contested catch. Gonna run a screen pass here, try and play it safe. We want to come away at least with the tie. They're gonna read it like a book. 42-yard field goal for the tie. The only miss we've had this year was just we missed it short. That's going to give us a tie game. And not surprisingly, just the way this game works, Boise State goes down and scores in about 1 minute. We are down 7 with 5 minutes to go. Linebacker makes a good read, 3rd and 3, and it's pretty much go time here. See if Lions can get a little separation. He does. Drops it right in the basket. He's going to get brought down inside the 5. Huge pickup for us on 3rd down. Gets us all the way down inside the, well, to the 5-yard line almost. Need a touchdown on this play. Good juke by Lee. Gets us in for a touchdown and tie game. Hopefully our defense can hold. We were able to force a punt. This is a big drive here. Tapped it and then didn't want it, but had already hit the button, so in trouble there the whole way. 2nd and 12, we lose 2 on that play. Almost a safety. We're really in shambles here. Hit Reynolds coming across, can't quite get to the first down. We're gonna have to punt. Give up a touchdown, have a minute left here. Get totally blown up, and Lee's hurt. Need to probably try to get, we're not in super desperation mode, but we need some big plays. Throw that one kind of into double coverage. I thought he caught it. 3rd and 10. Lions might be able to break free on this one. He does have some space. If we can't. We make the catch. Another amazing catch from Lions. It's probably his best game of the season, if not close to that one we had early. 30 seconds left, 2nd and 8. Need a touchdown here. Just couldn't make a decision, didn't want to make the wrong decision, so we made no decision. We did have a to the outside, though. It's just a kind of a tough throw, and I didn't want to accidentally throw an interception like we've done fairly frequently. We're going to run up the middle, make this a full, and that's the end of the game.
Tonight's final score, Boise State 31, UNLV 24.
Lose. Mountain West championship game, which also knocks us out of playoff contention. Interceptions. Thomas was hurt most of the game. Drops doesn't help, but I mean, Lions had 3 receptions for 165 yards. Defensively, 1.5 sacks for Chief Borders. 1 interception for Denver Harris. We just couldn't get it done today. Didn't play well enough. Had a chance there at the end to tie, but couldn't make it happen. We did break the single season receptions record with Varkey's Gums, who we did pass the ball to a lot. Dante Moore is your Heisman, 40 touchdowns, close to 4,000 yards in passing. Varkey's Gums is your John Mackey Award winner with 92 receptions, 893 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Casey Bell wins the Lou Graza Award, 23 of 24. We only missed that 1 field goal. We were playing in the Bucked Up LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk against SMU. Should be an interesting and fun game. Hopefully we can go get a win there, improve our team prestige. Quick glance at job offers. We're not going anywhere. All coordinators haven't really proven much. For early National Signing Day, we only have Trevor Moon signed so far, who is a star. Jermichael Witten, who we officially missed out on as Impact Dev. We'll remove him from the board. This might be a tricky game. SMU is 6-6, but they are rated significantly higher than us across the board. So we will go in and see what we can do to win this bowl game. We start with the ball here in SoFi Stadium. For a lot of our players, this is going to be their last games. Gums is a senior. Colin Drea is about a 99% chance of transferring. Thomas we should be able to keep. Lee is a senior. I think most of our running backs receivers are going to be gone one way or another. 15-yard rush from Thomas there. Not sure about Earl. I've actually liked him down the stretch of the season. Gonna get sacked there. Nothing ever really looked like it came open, which I'm sure I missed it, but they are getting pretty quick pressure. Earl comes back to make a good catch. That makes it 3rd and manageable. And interception. SMU gets an instant touchdown off the interception. Feel like this is going to be the kind of game that is. So we might be in trouble. Elk is a senior as well. Tried to get him the ball. Unable to do so, which brings us to 3rd and 10. Gums makes a catch coming across the middle of the field. 4th and 3. At this point, we're just going to go for it. I don't think we have a very good chance in this game regardless. So, good catch by Earl. Gets us a 1st down. Keeps the drive alive. It comes the ball, going to the outside. Good 1st down. I think they had a defensive end covering him there. I'm not going to take this game too seriously. SMU is a team we should be able to beat, but they're also significantly higher rated than us. Best tight end in the country is having a pretty good game so far. Nothing there. Getting swallowed up by their defensive line pretty much every single play. 2nd and 15 here. See if Gums can't make that catch, and he just bats it down. Go with a little screen pass here. They're going to read it pretty well, looks like. Blocking is decent back towards the middle. Thomas is able to bring us with inside the 5. So really, we're making plays on big 3rd down conversions which is not likely to be sustainable. Gums does not have the speed to get around the corner. I don't know that we have the blocking to run the ball down here. Bradley works wide open, and that'll be a touchdown, 6 for 6. This will be his last game as well, as he's a senior. We have a tie game here as we get the ball back. We are basically in our own end zone. That's going to be an interception. Luckily, they don't catch it. Just kind of panicked there as we were liable to take a safety. Gonna hit Bradley. Good little catch and juke there. Brings us close to the first down, but he is hurt. Try and pick this up on the ground. Decent little move to get us a first down. Another rush that goes nowhere. Looks like Bradley might be out for the game, which is unfortunate, as this, like we talked about, is probably his last game, possibly ever. Trying to hit Gums just in that gap between the linebackers, just had not quite enough time. 3rd and 9. We're down to some backup receivers. Reynolds makes a good catch there. Trying to hit that pocket in the middle of the field. Looks like we're going to be able to have the best chance of success. Our run game's really got minimal chance. See if Lions can beat that safety. He can't. Looked like we were throwing it to that safety the whole time. We hold them without scoring. Just kind of at a loss here on offense of what to even do. Our only offense so far has been just trying to throw the ball kind of over the middle. Keep the ball on the ground here. Not that it's done anything. 3rd and 9. See if maybe Lions can get away from his guy there on the outside. Give him a chance. Not a great throw. Almost intercepted again. We're just going to punt. We do get the ball back without them scoring. I'm not really sure how. I haven't been paying attention to if they've been punting or if we've been forcing turnovers. I don't really know why we keep running the ball, because it's not working. There we go. It's a solid pickup of about 14 yards. Just really kind of at a loss of what else to do in this situation. Gums should be open if he can hold on to it, which he usually does. Not that time. So 2nd and 10. I'm trying to go roll out right. Would not move. I'm not sure what that was. 3rd and 18 after the sack. So get a little screen pass. Flip the ball out. 4th and 10. I'm just going to punt. Still no score from SMU. I feel like our offense has been abysmal, but theirs has been just as bad, really. Finally, a decent run again. Gain of 8 from Thomas. Get Lee in the game after this play. As a senior, we want to be able to kind of play in this last game. He's not going to be an NFL guy by any means. Thomas we should have back next year. There's nowhere to go. Gonna hit Elk on this little crosser. Can't catch it. 3rd and 9. It comes over the middle. That'll be a first down for him. Really just trying whatever we can right now. Try and sneak around this outside. Decent pickup on the ground of 8 for Colandrea. 3rd and 2 after that failed RPO. Like I said, I want to kind of get Lee the ball. Bradley is out for the game and out for his life, I guess. Play some flag football. Gets batted down. A little zig from Reynolds. Can't quite get there. At this point, we're not going to punt. Maybe should have tried for 3, but we're just going to go for it. Lee gets a nice little gap up the middle. Just going to feed him a little bit more. We're getting close to the 2-minute timeout. Two-minute timeout here. 2nd and 8. Earl's going to work open to the middle of the field. It brings us inside the 4-yard line. This is where it's been really tough. I try to get the ball to Lee up the middle. And there's a little gap, and he gets a touchdown. Last game for our senior running back. Picks up another touchdown. We are able to force a punt with 1 minute left here in the second half. Might try and take a risk here. It's not going to be worth it. We do gain 3 yards on the ill-advised scramble, I'd say. Gonna hit Gums on the block and release. Call one of our timeouts. See if Lions can just pop free on one of these. Which I don't know if he can. I'm gonna try and run around this outside. Get out of bounds. Being up 10 going into halftime would be awesome. Reynolds makes a good catch. I'm gonna call our last timeout. 32 seconds left. We need probably another 10 to 20 more yards to get a good chance at a field goal. 3rd and 3 here. Gonna hit Lions working over the middle. We're gonna hurry up to try and get another play or two before we really want to make sure we're kicking it. That was almost an interception. Did not see that corner running from that direction. I don't want to pick something that's going to be going into the end zone here. Might just look for Lions. Gets it out of bounds. I have one more shot at it. Trying to see Lions on that same corner here. Had it in his hands. It's a tough catch to make. Try for 3. And that gives us a 10-point lead. First drive of the third quarter. SMU takes off about 7 minutes of clock. Not quite that much. 5 minutes of clock. And scores a touchdown. Second and 10 here. We're going to hit Elk. Or almost throw an interception. These guys are a lot better than everyone else we've played at kind of jumping those passes. Boise State did a similar thing. Hit Gums here. Can't work out far enough. Gain of 6, and we're going to have to punt. Our defense is able to hold them scoreless and get us the ball back. Still a 3-point lead. Run game is still tough. Gain of 1. No time to get anything off there. 3rd and 9. So nothing working open. This has turned into quite the defensive showdown. We have 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Good run for 6 yards from Lee. If we can hold on to win this one, it'll be a big win, and also we'll be semi-surprised because they should beat us. Go 5 wide here. Hit Gums. Just missed him. Threw it too late. Didn't lead him enough. Combination of all those issues. We force another punt. We are going to consider... We're going to start chewing clock. This is a game we probably should not be winning. So... that's going to be intentional grounding. Just kind of panicked in the pocket there. Brings us to 3rd and 19. Not really sure what we can even do here. Have to just throw the ball away. We force another punt, and with 3 minutes left, we are still winning. We're going to try to hit Gums. Possession catch that. SMU will use their first timeout. 2nd and inches is perfect. Just need to not lose a bunch of yards here. And we are able to pick up the first down with Lee. And that's the 2nd timeout for SMU. Going to keep the ball on the ground to burn their last timeout. 2nd and 10. They have no timeouts remaining. Just under 3 minutes left. Good little pickup there of 7 yards. Brings us to 3rd and 3. We're going to have Gums wide open. Stay in bounds. and that will be the 2-minute timeout. We should be able to go into victory formation and kneel this one out. Maybe not. Be a little bit of time left, so we might need to try to get the first down. I'm not sure why it recommended that, because it should know the math, but Lee gets us close to a first down, 3rd and 3. We're going to keep it on the ground here. Take off as much time as possible. We're going to be like 1 second away. But we are able to get the first down, and that is the game. We win the Bucked Up LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk. Hopefully he'll be having some parties with us. He's a big-time party guy. And I did not think we were going to win that game. It was a slow game offensively, but we just kind of grounded out. Last game for a lot of our players, a lot of our seniors, and we will finish up this episode with finishing out till we get to the off season officially. Colindrea does throw 2 interceptions, 21 for 42, exactly 50%, and a touchdown. Rushing wise, Lee got 67 yards, Thomas 51. Lee picked up a touchdown as well. Receiving, Bradley had a receiving touchdown before he was hurt, unfortunately. Gums had 10 receptions to lead the way. And defensively, no sacks, no interceptions, no forced fumbles. After that bowl game, Anthony Colindrea set UNLV single season passing yards record. You're going to offer on Mitch Frederick for our offensive coordinator. Not a ton of great options, but he seems to be the best. And honestly, he might even be, if we get him, we might just let him go after 1 single year as well. Mitch Frederick did accept our offer, so we're going to kind of take a look at him once we get into next season and see if we'd want to keep him for more than 1 season. So for the national championship, Lane Kiffin sticks with Ole Miss and beats Michigan to win the national championship. As far as end of year stats, we go 12-2 in year 1 of the rebuild. Stats wise, we finish Colindrea with 3,905 yards, 32 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Obviously not how we would have wanted it to go. He's going to be gone. Rushing, Thomas had 1,262 yards and 4 touchdowns. Lee really cleaned up the touchdown side of things with 14, almost 1,000 yards for him. Receiving, Lions broke 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Gums got close with 9 touchdowns, about 102 receptions. Bradley had a really good season as well. It was really mostly those 3 that did a really good job for us. Earl, we might lose. Well, Earl's a senior, so we are going to lose him as well. I thought that maybe we had a chance to keep him. Defensively, 7.5 sacks for freshman Landon Thomas, who's probably going to be gone. 6 for Chief Borders, who's a junior, but also probably going to transfer. 3 for Conti, 3 for Spellman, and then a couple guys with a little bit less. Ended with Welch had 3 interceptions and Harris had 1. Probably need to upgrade our secondary. No defensive touchdowns. Few forced fumbles. Fumbles recovered. Blocked kicks. Somehow we had 2. Bryce Edmondson and Cody DeCambra. And we didn't get any safeties. That's the stat update for season 1. We end the season as the number 14 team in the country. We will start the next episode with the off season. We're gonna have to really put in a ton of work. Right now we only have 1 commit, a 4-star running back. We're close with a few others. We're gonna have to really pick it up in the transfer portal and really try to bring in as many guys as we can, because we're gonna be losing a ton. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed the rebuild in season 1. Drop a comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.